Welcome to Siona, Captain. As far as our opening hand goes, we've got double planes, and yeah, this is some very fine cards for us to draw into. But with us not having a really good mana base and any sort of ramp, yeah, we need to mulligan on this one. And yeah, I guess we keep on this one. So we'll put the planes on the bottom because we at least grab that with Misty. And yeah, I mean, we've got the mana base. We've got some sort of action. We've got two creatures, which is not really exactly what, well, I mean, we've got some bounce. Let's get this done. All right, click OK. And our opponent's on the bottom. I'll kind of explain what we're talking about here in a second. But yes, welcome to Siona. Hope you're excited. We got some tactical, enter the battlefield control, whatever you want to call that. Ooh, we got a mana crypt into a swamp. Let's opponent has set the tone for this one. We're playing Siona, Captain. We got Yahenni coming in too. Whenever Siona enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Whenever Siona, let's go for Forest, and we do have, yeah, we'll probably end up just grabbing a Mana Dork. I think that sounds pretty good. I mean, that does leave us open to our opponent going, well, actually, let's do this. If we're worried about our opponent going for spot removal, let's grab a Grothian Enchantress. Yeah, let's do that. That way we can just kind of stabilize with some card draw, potentially. I think that sounds pretty good. And then we will pass the turn. So, but yes, we're playing Siona. Enters the battlefield, grab an aura. Then whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Playing gets Yahenni, Undying Partisan. Haste, whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1 counter on Yahenni, then sacrifice another creature. Yahenni gains indestructible until end of turn. So our opponent's going to go for a Vampiric Tutor. Let's let them get that resolved. We'll cover our sponsors really quick. Oh, hey, what's up? Opponent just said hi in the chat, so there we go. I'm going to say hi back to them. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you want to be on Siona's squad that hits the beach and, I don't know, just deals with stuff like Siona does in a tactical way, head over to MTGOTraders. Also, let's quick shout out to inkgaming.com/Jolt. If you go to inkgaming.com/Jolt, they will apply the coupon code that's going to allow you to treat yourself and also allow you to treat the channel at the same time, which is much obliged from me, Jolt. Thank you very much. Also, if you want to check out my playmats, I've been designing some Mad Mat playmats. They're kind of neon based, pretty cool. Really happy with them. They should be on the advertising on the bottom right there, so you can see them. And sure, check them out. You may have to search Jolt539 to find those. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to the Patreon, there's a link down in the description below. If you want to support cool content like this, or let's say you want to get your hands on some of these sweet promotional tokens of the month, make sure that you're patron on my Patreon. You'll be automatically entered into the giveaway. So there we go. If you're keeping score at home, you can grab that scorecard. You can grab your huge permanent marker and check. It's officially free time. Now, our opponent's still getting this Vampiric Tutor to resolve, so I'm going to go ahead and pause on commentary and then jump into it whenever this Vampiric Tutor is done resolving. Okay, so that Vampiric Tutor is done. That's going to allow, probably, they might actually end up just grabbing a swamp. I mean, maybe they had a swamp in the hand. Well, it's turn 2, so I was thinking this was, turn 2 was earlier. So, all right, they swing in for 2, knock us down to 26, and then we draw into that Enchantress. So let's have Plains come down. And yeah, let's just go for Enchantress. I think that's going to be a good option. She does have Shroud, and that's going to allow us to grab any sort of, you know, whenever we start to cast our enchantments, it's going to allow us to cash in some card draw, which is exactly what we want to do. So, but yeah, it's free time. Let's have some fun. Now, as far as Siona, this is a little bit different version of Siona. You know, you could build some sort of Voltron aspect to where you're trying to get a bunch of ores on Siona, but one of the things about Siona is that she enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. That's a really good spread of cards that you can grab. So, whenever I built this deck, I wanted to kind of build more of a deck that can grab, you know, pacifism effects, different things like that, that allow us to get these enchantments out. We have a couple different, I think there's Flickering Wand and then Whip Silk, which are ways that we can kind of chain that together with the Grothian Enchantress that allows us to kind of cash in some really nice card draw. And so, in fact, that's probably what we're going to go for this turn, especially with us not hitting that. So, let's go and crack Misty. Let's grab ourselves a Savannah. Let's have Savannah come down. Let's go for Heliod's Pilgrim. We're going to grab an Aura card. Yes, definitely want to use that ability. Let's get this popped out. And I think at this point, so there's Whip Silk and then Flickering. Yeah, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab Flickering Ward because that's gonna allow us to just kind of almost like a clue token in a way. We can go for Flickering Ward onto Heliod's Pilgrim and then bring it back and then just keep kind of cashing in the card draw. So anything else, we're gonna go and pass it back over to our opponent. But other than that, this is kind of you know you've got your green white Enchantress deck. We got all our card draw Enchantress pieces, but we're really just kind of banking on using something like Flickering Ward to kind of really get that card advantage going over the course of the game, and then using stuff like Arrest. We got Pacifism, we have Darksteel Mutation, Trapped in the Tower. Just really using Siona's ability, in addition to something like Conjurer's Closet or Panharmonicon, to just find as many pieces of removal or as many pieces of control as possible. That's pretty much the main game plan that we are going for. So, and it does work out. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, if you've never built an Enchantress deck, I highly recommend it. It's always fun to go Enchantress Voltron because you can, you know, get a lot of card draw, you know, with a really big creature on the battlefield. But at least this way, it's almost kind of like it's not necessarily a stacks deck. It's just kind of picking apart your opponent's board state with whatever you can grab with Siona, which does make it kind of fun because, you know, you could make Siona Voltron, but you want her to be coming in and out of the battlefield, getting you kind of restocking your troops per se, however you want to do that. So, but let's see what our opponent's tapping out for. It's going to be 2 total mana. It's going to be Dusk Legion Zealot. It's simply just going to be a card draw, which we're pretty much happy about at this point right now. If they want to swing in with the Yahenni, they certainly can. That's going to put us down to like 21 and put us at 8. If they're going to be digging with Erebos, that does allow us to kind of build up a board state to where we can hopefully kind of keep some of our opponent's creatures on lockdown. So we got Yahenni swinging in for 2. We'll definitely go and let that happen. That's going to put us down to 21, and that's going to be 8 total commander damage. So let's make the land drop for the turn. That's going to be Forest. Yeah, and I think at this point, we're just going to... Well, actually, we should have gone for Wooded Bastion, because that would allow us to return Flickering Ward back to our hand. So let's do this. So let's go for Siona. And we're going to have Siona enter the battlefield, and what we can do is we're going to put a Flickering Ward onto Siona, and then that way we can bring it back to our hand and have her protected whenever our opponent's swinging in. So... yeah, we'll just go and grab all that glitters. Now, we do have a few Voltron pieces in here that allow us to do, you know, once we get a lot of our enchantments on the battlefield, you would be able to capitalize that. And so that's what we're going for. So let's go and cash in this card draw with the Growthian Enchantress. We're going to have Flickering Ward enter the battlefield, and we're going to have, yes, we're going to choose, make sure we're reading this right. Yeah, we're going to choose black because we want to get protection from that. Okay, we're going to get an extra 1/1 token. Oh, look at that. This is win or lose. This is pretty much, we've already won in our minds because we're getting a really good showing of what we're trying to do with Siona. So let's get this close. There we go. And then we did make the land drop for the turn. Let's go and pass turn to our opponent. And then, yeah, we could swing in with Heliod's Pilgrim, but I think at this point, we're just going to hold our creatures back because we do get into spots where we can actually block with Siona. Since she does have protection, that does allow us to basically just kind of toss her in front of any sort of creature on their side of the battlefield that's going to be swinging in. Now, next turn, we'll be able to go for Wooded Bastion. That's going to allow us to get a little bit of extra white mana. That's going to keep us open on Cloud Shift and also allow us to kind of flicker that Flickering Wand. And so if our opponent does tap out, we'll definitely bring it back. But if we bring Flickering Wand back and then they go for spot removal in response to that, hey, it's... damnation. Okay, well that is a one way to hit the reset button. All right, so that's going to get rid of everybody, and that's a bummer, man. That is a bummer. And so that's going to be 5 coming across. That's going to put us at 13 commander. We still have a Johnny's Chosen that does allow us to kind of rebound a little bit. Yeah, we'll see. We might end up just jamming Siona again, that way we can find some sort of way to interact with Yahenni. So yeah, I think we need to do that. So let's have Wooded Bastion come down. Let's go for Wooded Bastion. We'll get old Siona. Oh my goodness, I thought my speaker cable was touching my ankle, and I thought it was something crawling on me. I was like, oh, what is that? But it was just my cable. So if you're keeping score at home, it was just the cable in that particular scenario. So, all right, so we got Siona entering the battlefield. That's going to be Conviction. That is nice. We'll take it. But, yeah, we're going to go and pass the turn. So, next turn, we're probably going to end up going for a Johnny's Chosen. I would love to rip a land off the top. That way we can at least build up some sort of board state. With our opponent sitting at 5 and then on Yahenni, we are getting to where commander damage is something we do need to keep in mind. So one of the things that kind of a bummer for this game is that we're a little bit bottlenecked on mana. Not necessarily mana. We didn't hit any ramp stuff. Let me put it that way. We didn't hit any ramp, which really does help the stack out. So let's go and sacrifice Siona. There we go. She's going to go back to the command zone. We do have some other options to hopefully lock down Yahenni at this point, so we're going to be keeping our fingers crossed for that. And then swinging in for 5, that's going to be 18 total commander damage. At the very least, we've got a Johnny's Chosen, which is going to be a 3/3 that can just chump block, which is not that fun. So we'll see. And our opponent's going to go for Praetor's Grasp, so I'm going to let them resolve this and we'll jump into commentary. Okay, so let's see, we run into Enchantress, which is a little late to the party. So we've got, I mean, I guess we just go a Johnny's Chosen, or we could just cycle, because we tap 4 mana, and that leaves us with 1 mana, which is not really much we can do. We can always exile the creature and bring it back once we declare. Yeah, I guess that is a little bit of an option. So let's just go ahead and play that. Let's go Johnny's Chosen. Now, if our opponent ends up grabbing this one, they're going to get it. But at least we're going to try to set up a block on this. So it's going to be double white and then double green. That's going to allow us to at least cloud shift if they have some sort of spot removal before we go to blockers or something like that. So that'll at least allow us to slowly build up a board state and keep our fingers crossed that we can keep Yahenni at bay. Which is what we're going for. And so anything else, we're going to pass it back over there to our opponent. So, but yeah, with Siona, this is actually like the second game that I'm recording with her. I did her initial game. And so, but yeah, if you've been playing Siona and you have any suggestions, hop in the comments. I'm definitely open to suggestions. As the channel has gone on and I build more and more decks, it's just gotten harder and harder to just kind of keep up with, little card changes here and there. Let's go for... I guess, does it really matter which one we go for? Exile target creature? Yeah, we'll just go for this. I mean, I don't think we need the... We'll just go for Cloud Shift. Either way, that's fine. That way we at least hold on to that. So we're going to exile Chosen. I'm just going to come back onto the battlefield. They might have another piece of removal, but at least we're going to be able to dodge that spot removal from our opponent. We're going to go ahead and toss a Johnny's Chosen in front of Yahenni. Now, if we can stop the commander damage, if we can grab one of our pacifism effects, then that'll really kind of help us out. But let's go ahead and go to blocks. There we go. Tosso a Johnny's Chosen. Thank you, Johnny's Chosen. They were hand selected for this chump block, and then that's going to be still sitting at 18 and 11 total damage, or 11 life total. So I'll see what we rip into. We are sitting at 6 total mana, and then we run into Arid Mesa. So I guess we could go... If we go Enchantress, because if they had removal, they would have used it. So we can actually go for Enchantress. Let's go and crack Arid Mesa. Let's grab ourselves, I guess, Canopy Vista. If you 2 more, but yeah, we definitely have the basics. So we'll grab Canopy Vista. Let's go for Conviction. Because at this point, we're just trying to cash in card draw. So let's go Conviction on Enchantress. Yes, definitely going to use that ability. Ooh, there we go. Run into Arrest. Okay. Now, if we can get Enchantress to stick, we might be able to stabilize. And let's still just go ahead and go for all that glitters. Yeah, because we're in no position to kind of sit back. So yes, we're going to do that ability. And then a Lightning Tutor. Okay. Now we're kind of getting somewhere. All right, so we've got ourselves a 3/7. At the very least, that does allow us to chump block on Yahenni. They can sacrifice Ravenous Chupacabra. Yeah, that's all it's going to do is give Yahenni indestructible. And so at this point right now, they can't swing it for 2. That's going to put us down to 8. We've got a 3/7 that's going to be able to eat up a lot of Yahenni's damage. So we'll see what's possible. Now with Enlightened Tutor, what we can do is kind of keep ourselves open and grab another kind of Arrest copy or something like Pacifism. Because once we get Arrest on Yahenni, that will stop its activated abilities, which is going to be very important for us, so that we're going to at least be able to stop Yahenni. And since we're both sitting at 10, our opponent can't really go for Erebos a bunch. But let's, oh my gosh, I want to stabilize so bad right now. I hope we can get this. Hopefully they don't have spot removal or some sort of board wipe. Grave Pact, okay. Oh, that's a bummer. I think that's going to be it. Yeah, so they go Grave Pact. Is going to turn on Devotion. They can sacrifice Ravenous Chupacabra, which turns off Devotion, but the main part, that's going to get rid of Enchantress. So, we tried to live the dream, everybody, but unfortunately that's not going to happen. We're going to sacrifice Enchantress. If they don't go for Grave Pack, but hey, that's Magic. They had Grave Pack. That's how Magic goes. But if we don't, we do put ourselves in a spot where we might be able to stabilize. But Pro's going to get it with Commander damage. Good game to them. Well played. That was a very fun game, and put us down to 25. Let's see what we're gonna. Well, we were going to be going for a light and tutor anyway. So, but that was fun. Enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Siona. As far as our opening hand goes, we've got. I started thinking of that song. Yeah, we'll keep on this one. I like this. We've got Parallel Lives, Enchanter's Presence, and but I'm not even gonna try to sing it. But it's that '80s song, like My Sharona or something like that. But anyway, yeah, well, welcome to Siona. Hope you're excited. Playing against Estrid, so we've got ourselves an Enchantress matchup. And I've played against Razorback Jedi's Estrid deck before, and it is pretty gnarly. So hopefully we can get some good stuff moving on our side of the battlefield. So it's going to lead off with the Force, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn over to our opponent. We're playing Siona. Whenever Siona enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. There we go. My brain was getting ready to jumble all of that up. Let's go Arcane Signet, because that's going to be our only source of white mana, and then anything else past the turn over our opponent. Playing against Estrid, the Masked, +2, untap each enchanted permanent you control. Then for a -1, create a white aura enchantment token named Masked attached to another target permanent. That token has enchant permanent and totem armor. We're going to see Herald come down on our opponent's side of the battlefield. Let's have Yahenni Township. Yeah, because we want to kind of go for we want to get this card draw going. That's one of the main things we want to be doing with this stack. And yeah, we'll have Scattered Groves come into play tap. There we go. That'll work out, because it's going to try to leave up Swords to Plowshare, but it makes it a little bit difficult with Yahenni Township. I guess technically we could have played Yahenni Township and then left up Arcane Signet, so a little bit of a sequencing error, but it's the beginning of the video and there's a lot of stuff going on, so hey, that happens. We did cover the -1. -7, put the top 7 cards of your library into your graveyard. Return all non-aura enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Then do the same for aura cards. Estrid, also, if you're keeping score at home, look on the little corner of your score sheet. Estrid can be your commander. So, all right, we're going to have an Oblivion Ring come down and deal with Enchanter's Presence. That's pretty important in a matchup like this to stop the card advantage. That is very, very important. So, totally get that line of play. Let's have Yahenni Township come down. And I guess at this point, so with Parallel Lives, if we want to do some setting up, yeah, I think I kind of like that. Let's go Parallel Lives, because if we do this with Parallel Lives, we can have this come down. We've got Siona, even though we don't really have a way to kind of generate card advantage with our Enchantress pieces. At the very least, we can at least go for Siona and kind of filter that Flickering Ward and get a few of those extra tokens. You know, it gets to the point to where you're just basically spending 1 mana to create a 1/1 soldier token, which is a pretty nice effect, so we will certainly take that. We did cover both commanders. Give a quick shout out to our sponsors, MTGOTraders. If you want to be on Siona's squad that searches for auras, hey, head on over there. We're looking for people to join the tactical squad of auras. Very nice. Pretty cool. And also, let's give a quick shout out to inkgaming.com/Jolt. Visit that to treat yourself and also treat the channel at the same time. That will apply the coupon code. So, and also, while you're over there, check out my playmats. I designed some playmats. Search Jolt539 on the Ink Gaming website. That'll put you over to my artist page, and that'll allow you to kind of see what I've got going on with my side of the battle, not my side of the battlefield, but my playmat design. So, pretty nifty. Now, we are looking at Estrid. Do we want to go for the +1? Do you want to clear the way for Herald of the Pantheon? Let's do this. Let's just go and pass the turn and see what's going to happen before we go for Swords to Plowshare. And then we can try to set that up for next turn. So let's have Siona come down. My Siona. There we go. We're going to have Siona. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. There, unfortunately, no auras on that one. A little bit of a whiff. And then let's go for Flickering Ward on Siona. That's going to give us 2 extra tokens. And let's go Protection. I guess at this point, we'll just go Protection White. I think that'll be good. It's going to give us 2 soldier tokens. It's going to make it a little bit easier for us to start swinging in at Estrid and then anything else past the turn over our opponent. So yes, be sure to check out Ink Gaming. And last but not least, I started a Patreon. So if you'd like to contribute to the Patreon to support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. Get your name in the credits. Or if you need to get your hands on some of these sweet promotional tokens of the month, make sure that you're patron of my Patreon. You will automatically entered into my giveaway. So there we go. Let's have some fun. It's officially free time if you're keeping score. So we've got Estrid sitting at 7. Uh-oh. Enters the battlefield. You may activate the loyalty abilities of planeswalkers twice each turn rather than once. So they're going to exile Oblivion Ring. That's going to give us Enchantress Presence back. And, oh my goodness, what? This is, oh man, I cannot tell you how many times I just get owned by this Estrid deck. It is so just, ugh. Okay, so we've got, let's let them get this resolved, and then we'll see what we can do about Siona. Okay, so that's going to be, Siona's going to turn into a 4, so we've still got 2 human soldier tokens that we can't, yeah, we'll see. Alright, so return to the hand, draw 3 cards, discard 4 cards. Then our opponent, man, that is like the best top 7 you could ever ask for. Overwhelming Splendor and Omniscience. I mean, that is, that's a pretty good pile off of that. So let's see what's in store for us. They got a regrowth, and they've returned something to their hand. And that's going to be Seal of Primordium, Sphere of Ghost. All right, we've seen enough. We're tapping the enchantment break on this one. We're going to scoop this one up. Yeah, this is just, there's no way we're going to be able to beat this. So anyway, good game to our opponent. The Estrid is a pretty solid commander, and if you enjoyed the video, hey, that's pretty good. Hitting, oh man, that's the stuff dreams are made of. So anyway, good game to our opponent. If you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. All right, bye.